Now I am working in a mountain area on the border of Austria, between Austria and Italy, sometime in Austria, sometime in Italy, in emergency medicine, overall for international competition in a mountain area. So my report is a consequence of all my personal experience and my personal experience, not only as medicine doctor, but before as an athlete of gymnastics and then a mountaineer. And finally, is also the result of a spirit of little crazy life that gave me Giorgio, because all the instrument of the equipment of our research are are my instrument and my husband. We spend all for this. So thank you very much for this presentation. Firstly, I want to give you the definition of a critical environment. It is critical, the environment, that in order of its intrinsic morphological or geographical peculiarities, or its extrinsic peculiarities, induces stressful changes of the physiological conditions of people that needs our emergency aid. These changes, it is important, are unrelated to the injuries caused by the emergency event. The low temperature is an intrinsic critical peculiarity of mountain areas or water example. The decrease of air oxygen is a critical peculiarity of mountains above 2,300 meters and extreme above 4,000 meters. So, equally example the dryness of the air or the sun irradiation. The configuration of caverns is an intrinsic morphological peculiarity that can oblige to give the emergency aid in a very small and deep areas. And for a long time, sometimes we work 2, 3 or more days in a cavern. The theaters of war have extrinsic critical peculiarities. This is very easy to guess, caused by men facing each other. And these extrinsic critical peculiarities often added to the peculiarities of an environment. The environment could become critical. Example, natural events, excuse me for the mistake, earthquakes, landslides, terrorism, or avalanche are, could become, for these reasons, a normal environment could become critical. During the emergency work, the first rule is the safety of the team. We need the safety of the team, absolutely. In a critical environment, the high and homogeneous physical capacity of the team means greater safety. But the change of daily habits during the last 30, 20 years induced the worldwide population a decrease in all the physical capacities. And this is the reason of this work. What's our background? We studied for 25 years about the influence of physical exercise, aerobic or anaerobic exercise, on healthy and pathological subjects. The application of our studies in our medical work. We proposed and we propose physical exercise as prevention, as cardiovascular rehabilitation, but also as a coadjuvant drug. Example, for the control of cholesterol, glycemia, or body weight or blood pressure. It is very, very important to have not only a drug, but also a scientific and precise prescription of physical exercise. We have a very important study with the Italian alpine troop. And this is an example, a good example, in my opinion, of the application of sport medicine on work, on the work of a typical population that have a particular work. 1,200 Italian alpine soldiers were physically examined periodically over 10 years with the blood tests, cardiological tests, fitness profile, in accordance with the guidelines of the American College of Sport Medicine. All of these measurements were taken in order to prescribe a personalized training program to increase the performance of soldiers in their mountain sports or in their work in critical environment, and overall to obtain a homogeneous group, because this work started when finished the obliged military service. So the population was very, very not homogeneous, absolutely. This is an old, only 10 years, picture of the equipment of a fitness profile test. Now the equipment is very, very small, very different, and this gives us the opportunity to move with all our instruments from an area to another in a few time. This is a typical fitness profile where we measure the body fat with the pectoral, abdominal, etc. plica, the strength of biceps, the dorsal flexibility, and the aerobic fitness indirect with the cardiac frequency, systolic blood pressure, and diastolic blood pressure that give us the opportunity to calculate the final aerobic fitness. In black, we have the results before, and in gray after the program of training, personal program. In these figures, this is the figures that demonstrate the homogeneous group. In the figure 1, in the first section of this figure, excuse me, you can see aerobic fitness before training. Some subjects have a good level of physical capacity, but they are not homogeneous. They are excellent, fit, or medium. Total fitness before training in the second section is of these subjects. The total fix is between excellent and fit. After the training, all the group has increased the physical capacities, and the group is homogeneous. And this is this is our topic, to have a good trained and homogeneous group. We have the same results for anaerobic fitness, such as muscular strength measured of biceps. One of the most important problems for acute fatigue is the dehydration. So we studied also the hydration and the dehydration of these soldiers during their work. And we obtained, after a personal training, an adaptation to environment, a personal diet, the total body water was 54 plus minus 6. And the value of the total body water of males under 30 years old is normally 62%. This is a good result if we consider that our group was working in a very difficult situation. So having a good level of aerobic fitness means endurance capacity for prolonged exercise, quicker responsive time, lower level of physical fatigue, because the aerobic fitness improved the oxygen levels in all organs and systems. Aerobic training guarantees a control of body weight without restrictive diets, increase the levels of endorphins, and consequently improves the team mood. And this is a very important element in critical environment. A team with a good mood, with the friendly, is really very important to work and to obtain a good result. In our study, we demonstrated that the training protocol increased aerobic fitness for all our subjects with the respect of the guidelines of American College of Sport Medicine. Good flexibility, good joint mobility, and well-distributed muscular strength ensure a well-balanced distribution of weight without placing unnecessary strain of the joints. As a consequence, less energy is used. We gave to all these soldiers a program of gymnastics for mobility, for muscular strength, and for flexibility. High level of anaerobic fitness means capacity during intense and short duration exercise. In conclusion, a well-trained and homogeneous group means greater safety for when they perform their tasks together. A good level of all qualities means having energy reserves and a greater margin of safety. In the critical environment, the energy reserves is very, very, very important, because means that the team is ready and not tired in case of weather change, of other hostile situation. Example, the night that become, or in the case of soldiers, and a terroristic attack in all the hostile situation. Having a homogeneous group means greater safety, and this is very evident in hostile situations. Having one element of the team fatiguing may increase the risk of all the group and affect a final result. So I am very precise when I have to do or to program an emergency situation. No? Example, during the mountains competition, I am very precise to check the recovery points for hydration, to recommend to each component of the group to have the personal energetic food, a personal bottle with the hot drink, other fresh drink, but it is not usual for me. With this method, we obtained a team of soldiers with the highly homogeneous set of physical capacities. This work gave a very good result that not evident because when we look at the television, the Olympic Games, we look, and it is natural, we look at the athletes and not the men that work for this. And these soldiers worked for all the Olympic Games in Torino 2006, and we had nobody that asked one day for one day for the recovery, for one day for some health problems, and for us was really a good result. When I work in my usual work that now is stopped for coronavirus, I think that my team is a good team, smiling, because it's a homogeneous team and a team that have a good compliance with the prescribed exercise and lifestyle. This is very important for me, and in this picture we are on the day 4, fourth day of an important competition, the World Championship of Nordic Ski in Dolomite. We worked for 4 days with the temperature under 12 degrees, and we worked 6-7 hours, but we were really very happy and very tired, but happy, and not so tired, because we must have always the energy for some accident that can arrive in any moment. Thank you very much, and I stop here also because I have to come back to my work, but giving me the possibility to say another time, thank you to Ugo Carraro.